picture now is that this one should be have a green background. Make sure you are having a passport picture which has a green background. The KNUST accepts passport pictures with green background. That is what is required. So if your passport is not having a green background, that is unprescribed. So kindly make sure. I feel like I need strings right here. I need strings because fire. Let me show what it. Yeah, 9 send your kind 9 my 9. So hello, welcome back once again to KNUST. And as you can see, there's not our regular setting for KNUST, but then as you would know it, we are on vacation. So my cameraman phoning coffee on my media. But then we have to do this one. This one is a special edition for the applicant, the applicants who are about to apply for KNUST. All right, now we realized that, and before I get into that, I would like to thank my crew. Although they are in the house celebrating their holidays and everything, some of them are doing internship and it's not easy. They tell me every day how their internships are going. They're like, instead of them to go and learn coefficient of x and how Pythagoras theorem is going to better their lives, they go there and they learn how to go and buy scratch card credits and give it to those who are working there. I first to before and lie, my crew. But then I want to appreciate my crew. They are the best people. I mean, I celebrated my birthday just some few days ago, and then they did something special for me. They made a flyer. I would put the flyer there so that you see how it was. It was nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate this so much. Thank you guys so much for this flyer. And like I said, my crew is the best. Thank you. And as you guys can see, my birthday was some few days ago, so belated happy birthday to me. Yes, but like now that's just by the way, so let's go. Moving from there, I would like to also let you know again that NSMK is coming to Kumasi, and yeah, I'm gonna be there too. I'm also gonna be there. So basically, personally, being on campus, I've noticed this over the years. I've seen how freshers or applicants make a lot of mistakes when it comes to filling the application forms, and this renders them having their application disqualified or sort of terminated because they make a lot of little petty tiny microscopic mistakes, mistakes. Don't go and look for the last word I just said. You won't find it in the dictionary. It's a new word that is coming up and elaborated by the queen herself. You get it? So yeah, so basically we are here. This edition is especially for the applicants. This is an edition to show you how to fill your KNUST regular undergraduate forms. Now there are lots of other types of forms. There's the distance learning, there's the international applicants, there's the postgraduates and everything, but this one is especially for the maybe so but just by the way, we're going to do applicant filling of the forms for applicants step by step. We are going to take you guys through it step by step to know how you can fill your forms step by step. All right, so if you are, and this is basically for, most freshers don't know how to fill it themselves, so they end up giving it to guardians or people, some other people to fill it for them, and those people don't also know how to do about it. So if you are such a person, you can watch this video to get the tutorials to go about it step by step. So I mean, this is for you, the applicant. Just stay tuned and everything will be fine. So let's just get straight into the video. Alright, so let's get into it. Before that, I have a little pizza here. Accommodate Angasa. So that's for me small. It's not easy. Okay, so now alright. So now to go about it, there are two ways of starting. All right, on application forms. All right, when you buy the code either from post office or from your Momo. They'll give you the application link to do it. So there's a link on the application form. You can either use that, or you just go to your web browser, then you type in KNUST admission portal. All right, then you'll be directed to the portal for keying in your logins to start the whole process. So I'm actually going to do the video aspect of that one soon, so that you get what I'm talking about. I just wanted to, let you guys know I'm eating pizza. You going to eat pizza, so I'm going to say now, I can't 24/7. I'm also, I said it's wrong, there, because you know, no cocoa bag. Pizza no crying, so let's start the process. Yes, now this is the forms I was talking about. Alright, so if you are to buy it from the post office, alright, you are going to get it. This form is going to be printed to you like this, and this is what you're going to be getting. Cleared, the serial number and the PIN number will be here, but this is what I'm talking about. This link right here, this is the link you are going to use to fill your application forms. All right, so it's either you use this link right here, or you go to your web browser and then you type, let's do that one as well. Let's do it like I said. Yeah, you type KNUST admission portal. Okay, yeah, the first one you see, the login KNUST apps portal. Select that one. Okay, then you look for the apply online. All right, because you are going to apply it, you're now coming to start your process. So you go to apply online, choose apply online, then you key in the details. All right, so yes, you key in the PIN, the serial number. This is for the serial number, the 20 something, yes, and then this is for the PIN. All right, so you key in the PIN. And then you go to login. Yeah, now this is what we have here. We have the application, apply for admissions online, application status, and then make inquiries. All right, if this is fresh, okay, you should see a tutorial of the whole thing. All right, they are going to give you a full tutorial of it, but let's skip that stage and let's go to you applying. Like I said, I'm going to teach you step by step, so there will be no need for that tutorial anyway. So you just go to start application. Okay, the first section, yes, it is the enrollment section. Okay, that's what we call the enrollment. Now note that whenever you see this sign there, this asterisk sign there, it means that those places are compulsory, mandatory. You can't skip those places. You are supposed to fill it. All right, if you don't see it there, it means those places might be optional, so you can skip whatever question is being asked over there. But once you see it, it means that it's compulsory to be answered. Okay, so you go on. Now this is admission group. You are applying as an undergraduate Ghanaian student, okay, which has already been filled for us, so there's no need to go. But then if it's not filled, please make sure you choose applying as an undergraduate Ghanaian student. All right, then you go to application type, then you select SSC and WASI. That is if you're a WASI student. All right, let me broaden this. Okay, so SSC and WASI students, you select the year. Now the year is year 1. You are now starting. This is for regular undergraduate students, so make sure you select year 1, because that is where you begin from. Okay, so year 1, where did you hear of this institution? You go there and you select where you heard of it. Now the person I am filling for heard it from a past student, so a past student, you select that, then you proceed, you click on proceed. that is going to the next section. All right, sorry, my internet is down. Let me connect it again. Okay, so let's proceed. Yes, so from there now you go on to the next section, which is the personal information. Now with the personal information, the first thing that you'll be asked of is, like I said, remember this sign means, this asterisk means it is compulsory, you can't skip it. Now it says that fill in your personal information, fill to mark. As I said, the names entered here must be of the same spelling and order as those used on your results slips, certificate, or registered at WAEC. So kindly make sure whatever name you input here, okay, is the same name that is registered from for your WASI. Okay, don't use a name that is different from what you used your WASI for. If you used Kobina Kojo Atta, make sure you use Kobina Kojo Atta over here. Don't use Kobina Kojo or Kobina Atta. They will tell you it is a different person. So make sure whatever name you use to register for your WASI, all right, if you are applying as a WASI student, use the same name you used over there to be able to apply for this one. All right, so first off, you need a passport picture. Now is that this one should be have a green background. Make sure you are having a passport picture which has a green background. The KNUST accepts passport pictures with green background. That is what is required. So if your passport is not having a green background, that is unprescribed. So kindly make sure whatever passport you are using has a green background. So let's select eyes. You tap on it and then you search for where yours is. Okay, this is where mine is. Okay, yes. Yeah, okay, JPG. So I would have to correct make sure the files are JPG. Whatever you are selecting is a JPG file. So over here what I have is not a JPG file, so I'll have to go back and get a JPG file. All right, so like I was saying, you realize the first file I was using wasn't a JPG file. All right, so it was telling me I should select a valid one, so I had to go. A JPG file is basically just a raw form of, like, if you capture it, just go to the passport office or wherever you take your passport picture, the passport picture, the studio, and then you just tell them that you want a soft copy of your passport after they get you the hard copy. So when you get a soft copy, then that is what you are going to upload. That file they give you is a JPG file. Right, so I'll just go, and this is my JPG file now. Then you just select, yeah, yes, select, and you see there it would show. Yes, then you move on from there to title, whether you are a Mr. or a Mrs. or a Reverend or a Lieutenant, Doctor, anything, you just choose. So this is a Mr., so I'll choose Mr. Last name, now here his last name is Dazi. Okay, other names, he is Jomo Kenyatta. So Jomo Kenyatta Dazi, that is his name. Make sure the other names you type in your first name first, then any other name you have in the middle. So if you are Kojo Kobina Atta, you are going to type Atta over here, and then you type Kojo Kobina. Don't type Kobina Kojo. Don't misplace the names, because if they are reading it, they are going to read first name, other name, and last name. Okay, so this is Dazi Jomo Kenyatta. All right, they are cautioning you again. The names entered here must be of the same spelling and order as those used on your result slip. So if the order in your result slip is different from what you are going to write here, you end up having issues with your application forms. All right, so let's move on. Now automatically it is selecting the male gender for me because I chose a Mr. Right, so there's no need to go on that one. Date of birth. All right, so now the date of birth for him is 17th. Sorry for that. We need to pizza need to 7th June 2003. So 7th June, so the date, the month, and the year. All right. And next thing you go on to is the marital status. The marital status, please, he's not married, he's happily single, so single. Then you select the country he or she is from. Now he is from Ghana, so I'm going to search for Ghana. Mapamana, yeah, Ghana, yeah. Search for Ghana. Move on to the next side. Country of residence, which is the same as Ghana. Whatever country you, okay, for him he's in Ghana and he's a Ghanaian. So if the person, you select the person's country, and then wherever the person is residing at the moment. All right, so he's a Ghanaian, so Ghana, residing in Ghana still, so Ghana. Now his home region, all right, his home region is the central region, so he's from the central region. Central. His hometown is Elmina. So Elmina. The religion, he is a Christian. So he selects Christian. Whether you are a Muslim or whatever it says, you go through it, and then there is a Shabakism and everything over there. So whatever you are, you select it and then you move on. Now, present occupation. If you're a student, most especially the awaiting student, please just type none over here. So you do that and you type none again here. So that means a student and you want to come to school and you are not working. Are you bonded? Nope. Since you are not working, you are not bonded. Do you have any physically challenged? So you check if you are physically challenged. Well, he is not physically challenged, so I'll select no. Then the phone number. So you select the country code, Ghana, which is 233. The person is from Ghana, so Ghana 233. Then the number 057. So you input his number over there, and as I've done so, and then you proceed. Email address. Okay. Then you go to the postal address. Now this is how you enter your postal address. The first field, the first box is supposed to be for whoever the post is addressed to. All right, the name of the owner. So the first one is the name. Now the name is, I should use Jomo Kenyatta. Bear in mind, it is not, if you have a PO box then you can use it, but if you are using someone else's own, make sure you input the name of the person rather. All right, whoever the post belongs to, input that person's name. So this is Jomo Kenyatta. His father is called Jomo Kenyatta, so Jomo Kenyatta. Yes, he has the same name as his father. Email address is PO Box MC 399. City and region or state, so Takoradi, which is in the western. Ghana we use region, so you choose your region. So Takoradi Western. The country we know is Ghana, so you input Ghana. Now you go to the next one, which is the residential option. Right, the residential option, you can decide to forgo it, because as you can see there's no asterisk there. It is an optional something, but if you still want to go ahead and then fill it just like we did, you make sure you input in your street number here, your house number or street number, any of them, and then you input your plot or block number. Yeah, it's plot C or block D or whatever it is. Then like you did like for the post office, the city and then the region, then you input in the country. So that is how you fill for that one. Now the next question says application mode. You are going for SSC WASI, you select that one. Then you click on the save and proceed to take you to the next section. All right, so we are done with the personal information. We are now going to the parent or guardian's information. All right, that is the section we've reached now. So you look for whoever is your guardian, and then we fill the person's information. Now the person is a Mr. Surname, Idrisu. Other name, Muhammad. Then you select your relation to the applicant, what the person is to you. All right, that is the relation to the applicant. So that is his uncle, so I'll select uncle. The occupation of the person, he's a teacher, so teaching. Then the phone number of the person is in Ghana, so Ghana. Then you just input the number of the person over there. Now if the person has an email address, you just input the email address over there. It's compulsory, it is optional, so you can decide to do it or not. If not, you just input the person's email address over there and then you go on. But then the address of the person is compulsory, so you make sure you get the address of the person. All right, now you can either do it a post office box, a postal address, or a residential address. Any of them is okay. So the name of the person, the name, or like as in the, if you are using for the postal box, the name of the box, like whoever is owning the postal box. So this is Idrisu Muhammad. Postal box is PO Box MC 399. The city is in Takrade. The region, yeah. Then you select the country, which is Ghana. Sorry, the region is Western. Sorry for that. Yeah. Then you go to save and proceed just like usual. So that is just the information for the guardian. That's all you need to fill for the guardian information. Then you go to save and proceed. Then you are now going to the next section, which is the educational background. Now over here it says please specify the institution or institutions you studied at. Fields marked as asterisks are required, as we said. Now over here, KNUST gives you the chance to select as many as you want. As in, if you went to four secondary schools, you input in all the 4 schools you went. All right, that is what KNUST allows you to do. So if perhaps you finish your basic SS and then you went to write a remedial somewhere, you can also input that one in as well, the data for that one in as well. So basically that is what this is about. You are coming to fill in our educational background. So the first one is the institution attended. Now it says the region of institution, so you select which region the institution is in. So this person went to a Western Regional School. The institution name. So when you do that, they are going to give you all the list of schools in the Western region. Okay, so you have to do all in that region. Because I started Western region, I'm being given a list of schools in Western region. So you just go through and then you select which school you went. Now he went to Fijai Senior High School, which is here. Then you just select it and it comes. All right. Program pursued. He did general arts, so input general arts. Month started. Now this is the month you started schooling. This is what we mean. Which month did you start schooling? Now he started in November 2018. So November, the month and then the year. So the year is 2018. All right. Then the month and the year in which you ended. So he ended on October 2021. Yeah. So that is for his institution. Now, like I said, if you went to a remedial school or any other institution again and you want to fill that one, you just go to add institution, you tap on it, and another dialog or another field will be open for you to fill the same information you filled here again for that institution as well. If you went for only one of them, you just skip it and then you just go to save and proceed to go to the next section. Now the next section is the exams result. All right, you're now coming to input in your results for what you have. Now it says that examination results includes awaiting results. Please provide examination results from any examinations that qualify you for admission to this university. Click on the add results button to add new examination results if you have more than one result. You are allowed to present up to a maximum of 4 examination results. Note that if result is awaiting for the grade of the subject, please select awaiting. So this is what KNUST allows you to do. Now KNUST allows you to post up to 4 different kinds of results. All right. So if perhaps you have, and then KNUST accepts NOVDEC as well. What I know is KNUST accepts WASI and then NOVDEC results. So if you have more than one WASI result, you make sure you put input the data there. If you have more than one NOVDEC result, you input it there. So if you have NOVDEC and WASI as well, do all to input the 2 of them there. They find a way to fuse the 2 together when they are selecting the program for you. So it will be very good of you if you had a very fairly good NOVDEC result to add it, so that it would better your chances of the programs you would get in terms of your selection. All right. So if you have any other result, NOVDEC results, make sure you input it when you are selecting or you are filling this side. Now it says the examination type. Select WASI. The sitting. Forget about the fact that this year you guys wrote it in November. Was it November? Sorry. It started in June or July or something. Yes. Forget about that one. And then just choose May, June. Okay, because the system has not been changed yet to what we have now, where you guys are writing your papers in September rather. Okay, so if you started in September, just choose May, June. If it is a NOVDEC, then you choose the other one. With the WASI, just choose May, June, and then do that one. Now the exam year 2021, so that they will understand what this means. Okay, then you input in your index number. Now with your index number, I would want you to be very, very careful of the numbers you input, because if you don't take care and you input a number which is not yours, especially for the awaiting students, this is the number you are going to use to retrieve your results from WAEC. So if you don't become vigilant, if you are not vigilant to be very meticulous about which numbers you are selecting or inputting, and then you go and input a different person's result, your application will be terminated. Okay, so you make sure you are very, very vigilant with the numbers. So his is 0040103882. Right, now we move on. We go to the subject. Now you are going to be selecting the subject you did. Now you go here, select subject, you look for, let's start with the course. All right, the course subjects you all offered. So where is English? Let's look for English. English is E, so yes, English language. Then you go to the grade. Now if you are not an awaiting student, make sure you fill your results right here. Okay, if you finished before the current year, you are filling your forms. If you finished in the previous year, make sure when you are filling your forms, you input your results in it. All right, input your results, your grade, whatever. If you had C4 for English, make sure you put it there, C4. If you had A1, put it there, A1. But then if you are an awaiting student, you go here and you go to awaiting and you select it there. When it comes, when your results are dropped, the school would go and get your results from WAEC themselves. You don't need to do anything. Listen, if you are an awaiting student and then you are filling this, even after your results have dropped, they will open the portal again for you guys to go and make reviews of your selection. You can decide to let it go. Don't fail your results. It is not compulsory. If you do, nothing will happen to you, but if you don't, the school itself or themselves would pick your results from WAEC and input it in themselves. All right, that is why it is important for you to be very meticulous or very vigilant on your index number. Okay, so you just select awaiting and then you move to the next. You go to add subject score to add the next subject with it. So let's say mathematics, so you go and look for M, mathematics. There we have it, core math. Yeah, then integrated science, that is I, integrated science. Then you go to core. Sorry, I'm not doing the grades, so awaiting, the person is an awaiting student, so all is awaiting. So integrated science, oh, sorry for that. Okay, we done that. So the next one is social studies. That is S, social. So as you can see, almost all the courses that are done, all the subjects that are done in Ghana are over here. So you can't see, oh, the subject you are offering wasn't added. You just have to scroll through and see all of them. So we are done with the 4 core subjects. We go to the electives. Now his electives were government. The first one is government, so that is a G. Let's look for G, government. There you have it, government. You select government, awaiting, you go to add subject score, you go to geography. He did geography as well, so another G. So yeah, pass that. So geography, yeah, awaiting. Okay, the next one is economics. That is an E, and here it is, economics, awaiting. And the last one is elective math, another E. No, this is mathematics. So you see the mathematics are in 2 sections. There is a core and the elective. So if you are looking for elective math, just go for the M, mathematics, and you see the elective and then you choose it. So be very vigilant when you are also choosing between the core math and then the E math, because they are both mathematics. One is core, one is elective. So make sure you don't select 2 cores or 2 electives. One should be core, one should be elective. Yes. Now when you are done and perhaps you want to input your NOVDEC results as well, or any other WASSCE results, then you go here, add results, and another box will be open for you to fill, just like you did here, and then you input the subject yet again and the corresponding grades to it. When you are done, you go on to the next. So you click on save and proceed, you go to the next. So we are now moving on from that section to the next session. Now this place is also very important to KNUST if you are having your application forms. This is the the program choice. Before we go to the supporting document, this is the program choice. Now be sure that you read very well. Okay, read wide before you do program selection. I have personally had a lot of encounters with people who choose a lot of programs which just doesn't qualify them. There is actually a requirement for every program you choose in KNUST. Okay, some of you don't know. for an example, please, if you are a home econ student, all right, if you are a home econ student, KNUST won't, I doubt they would give you the chance to offer nursing in KNUST, because the subject requirement for nursing doesn't apply for home econ students. The courses they would require, home econ students won't have done it. All right, so I would employ home econ students not to go ahead and choose nursing in KNUST, or else your result or your application will be terminated, and then you come back and say, and I'll confide and you. It is because you just didn't know. Okay, try and get help with this aspect, this part. Make sure you get somebody who is well versed in KNUST. Preferably get someone in 3rd year or final year. Okay, the 1st year, 2nd year might help, but they are not too well versed with the knowledge as to how KNUST system really is. A 3rd year or final year students might know this. Okay, maybe we will leave our contact after this video, so that if you want any help with the program selection, you can contact us and they would give you tips on what to do. Okay, because not all programs require certain, not all courses you did or programs you offer require the certain programs you're going to take. Okay, so make sure you get somebody who is well versed in knowledge with this part to help you. So now let's quickly select his program options. His first program option, now his first option is building construction. So B, you look for B, building construction. Oh, sorry, it's now construction technology and management. Yes, so construction technology. All right, then the next option is quantity surveying. Now stream, select regular. Yes, these bulbs over here, okay, they give you a cutoff range from what has happened over the years. Okay, this is something we also use to select your courses for you. Okay, based on the cutoff, which this one should be another whole tutorial on its own, how to use cutoffs to know which programs you should choose. That is why I keep on saying, make sure that you go to someone who is really well versed in knowledge on program selection in KNUST to help you do this. Alright, so as you can see, for this program in 2016 the cutoff point was 15, in 2017 it was 13, 2018 it was 16, 2019 it came back to 14, and then in last year 2020 it came back to 14. So it means if you are in a range, if your result is in a range above 14, if you choose it, there is a likelihood that you might not get that program. All right, so that is what this bulb here is for. It just gives you the range of the cutoffs over the years. The next trick I can tell you is that it doesn't mean, okay, you know, I said that one is a whole package on its own. Maybe the next time we are allowed, you would do that one. If not, maybe we'll leave our contact over there, then you just contact us. They will quickly help you with that. Now his next program is quantity surveying. Quantity surveying. Stream, you go to regular. Alright, choose regular. I don't talk about this thing because it will make this tutorial very long and we don't want that. So that is why I am keeping it simple and short. Human settlement planning is next. So human settlement planning. Yes, over here. Select regular. And his last choice is development planning. And per the programs he of the subjects he offered, he qualifies for all these programs. Alright, so if perhaps you are interested in any of these programs as well and you're a general student, you can go for these. Now another tip I can give you on this selection of programs is make sure you have a wide spread of your programs. Don't make it too close to each other as in the cutoff point. Your first choice is with the cutoff, last year's cutoff point of say 14. Your second choice is 15. Your third choice is 15, and then your last choice is say 16. Don't do that. Okay, if you do something like that, you might end up not having a good day. All right, because maybe your results might not favor you well, and then you go on and then you select that, and you be found wanting because you don't qualify with the cutoff you have, right? Or with the result, the grade you got, that grade you got. So make sure you have a wide spread of your program selection. Your first choice can be with that one, whatever you want to do. Your second choice can be within the range of less than 14. Your third choice, try and get somewhere a 17 cutoff program, and then your last choice should be somewhere 21, 22, so that if you want to come to school, it is definitely positive you will be able to, no matter perhaps the aggregate you should get, right? I'm sure it will be not something more than 20. Okay, so your last program should basically be somewhere the 20s section. All right, yes. So that is what I can tell you for now. And there are some programs as well which can't be chosen as a third choice. Something like the way the whole, that is what I'm saying, it is a whole package on its own. How program selections work in KNUST is a whole package on its own, because the way the selection is done, okay, you can't select pharmacy and put pharmacy in third choice. You will not get it. Perhaps if you don't get your first and second choice and you are supposed to get a third choice and it is pharmacy over there, you won't get pharmacy even if you qualify, even if your grades qualify you, and even if your subject qualify you, you will not get, sorry for that, you will not get it because of what you have done. Some programs are not supposed to be chosen at third choice because of the procedure or systematic way in which the selection is done. So just get somebody who is well versed, and then let the person help you. Now at this point, this question, do you want to be considered as a fee paying student in case you do not meet your competency cutoff aggregate? Now I always say this is jovial, all right, but I say if you are a DB, all right, and you know maybe I was in Korea, choose yes. But if you are an Antiba, all right, and you believe in yourself, just choose no, because perhaps sometimes you can even qualify and they'll still give you a fee paying option. Now fee paying is supposed to mean the government is not going to take any amount in your fees payment, all right? They are going to pay it fully, so you pay more than what a regular student pays. So you have regular students and you have fee paying. So if you are a DB and maybe your parents can afford, this is basically for those whose aggregate are not going to meet the cutoff. So let's say the burden construction, which was 14, and you had somewhere 16, and you would want to still do it, and you're a DB and your parents can afford fee paying somewhere 6,000 cedis, you can go and choose yes for this option. And if you choose it and then your results come, if you don't meet it, they would accept you as a fee paying student. But then if not, please just choose your no and just pray and hope that you would get a regular admission. It says fee paying is only applicable to applicants who do not meet the cutoff aggregate for their selected programs. All right, so you click on save and proceed, and then you go to the next section, which is the supporting document. Now this part is very important to KNUST, extremely. Make sure you don't mess up over here. Now this is mandatory. Birth certificate. If you are applying for KNUST and you don't have your birth certificate, you might not like your selection. I personally have over the years seen people who didn't upload ever since the birth certificate started. Those who didn't upload their birth certificate had issues at this point. So make sure you have an accurate birth certificate. Your birth certificate's name should match the names you are using for your application form. All right, so you go to over here, you just go to upload, and then you go and choose file. You select, then you click on submit. All right, so over here too, you can see this. Now we don't accept PDFs or JPGs over here. They don't want a raw format of the picture. They want PDFs. So you make sure what you are submitting is a PDF and not a JPG. With a JPG being done to a PDF, all you have to do is just get a scanner and you just scan it, and then they would make it in a PDF form for you. All right, here, birth certificate, Kenyatta, there. Yes, submit. and you see it works. All right, so for the document, don't make it a JPG form, don't snap a picture of it, make sure it is a scanned format. All right, you scan it into a PDF format and then you upload it. Now with the ID, same as well with the ID. Now with the ID, you can use any ID, whether the voter's card, the national health insurance, your Ghana card, or your passport. Any of them is okay for you, so you choose any of them. Now he is going to choose, so you see here ID type, these are the ones required: your passport, your voter's ID, your national ID, your school ID, and your national health insurance scheme. So any of these are okay, and we are going for voter ID. Now you go for you have to input or key in the ID number. Now his ID number is, so you go here and you put the ID number. And then you go and select it, right? You should select it as well. You just, after you input it in, then you go, I think yes, it's rectified now. So now you can proceed, save and proceed. And now you are going to the last section of the whole procedure. Now this is the review section. This allows you to glance through whatever you have inputted, right? Whatever data you have keyed in. This is where you are going to look at it again, because this is what they are going to accept. All right, so this is the last stage of your online application. Now you get to see whatever you've keyed in, all the information. You check if everything is intact, everything is as correct as you would like it. Guardian information, the educational background, all the processes, you see them right here. If you are pleased with whatever you have keyed in, you go to save and proceed, and then you select I agree. All right, once you agree with the terms, you read whatever they are saying here. It's very important you read it. When you read it, after you are done, you go to I agree, and after you agree on it, then you will be asked to print it out. And then after you print it out, you are supposed to make a photocopy of your birth certificate and your, if you are not an awaiting student, if you are a regular student, like you finished before this year, make sure you make photocopies of your result slip as well, and then you input that one into it as well, and your voter's ID as well. Whatever document you used to fill the whole thing should be photocopied and then printed. All right, oh yes, photocopy. And now when you are done with filling it, you'll be given the PDF form of it, and then you go and print it, the online application. You print it and then you add those documents to it. That is your online result slip, your birth certificate photocopy, and your voters or national ID photocopy. All right, then you add it to it, and then you add the passport, right? A copy of the passport picture, you insert it to it, and then you add it to the EMS. That is the white envelope you buy from KNUST or any of the post office around you. It is supposed to be just that envelope. If you use any other envelope, you would have your application terminated. All right, so make sure you use your EMS, and then you just get everything inside that. Now when you are done, you'll be given a place where you are supposed to have someone. When you print it, you will see a space where you have a person of high reputation sign your application for you. The person is going to serve as a guarantor, right? Somebody who is going to stand in for you as of your good conduct. So the person would be able to stand in for you as your guarantor to make sure you get your application granted if you meet the requirements stated by KNUST. All right, so basically this is the whole procedure in filling KNUST. It is not so difficult as you could see. It is not so complicated, but you would need a little direction, and we hope our video here was able to do just that for you. The pizza nasa makasa sa nsuo kra me num de comment me pizza nye duane di say yeden yeah me comment me angaza all ya say me miskin na go to pizza me. So basically that is that for today. We might see if we can bring up the whole package on the next one. I was talking about the program selection. Maybe we'll do that, maybe not. We'll let you know. After this, we would input our numbers at the back of or at the end of this video, so that if you want any other information to you can contact us, and we would be glad to help you out any day, anytime. All right, so please make sure you do the right thing and fill your forms in the right way, and you don't have any problem with KNUST. So thank you guys for staying tuned. The continued students too, please, people should relax on the list. Mombrana Maya can say that we can't recognize you people self. Don't do that. Don't do that. Relax on the eating, and we'll see you all in school later. Bye bye for now. Bye.